Look at us here again on another Monday night. Huh? Who said niggas don't like superheroes? We love that shit. Welcome back to my channel. I am your host, JustLatasha, and shout out to all the new patrons that flooded on in today. Y'all are the greatest. The conversation I had on my Patreon, the exclusive live stream, dissecting Malcolm and Marie, starring Zendaya, streaming on Netflix. I brought a really good friend of mine on, Aisha K. Fames. You guys know her from The Grapevine. She is the creator of Women Love Power. And what she added to the conversation, I wish I met all my new patrons yesterday. My bad. But y'all have joined up. You guys have signed up to access that exclusive stream, and you will not be disappointed. Aisha gave the observations on the power dynamic that women often experience in romantic relationships. Those patterns that we should be looking for. What does gaslighting look like? What does that toxic, egotistical, breadwinning mindset from some man look like? Thank you, Aisha. Thank you so much for joining that conversation. Thank you to all my new patrons who are just like, I need to see what else she's talking about. This is what we do over here. My OG patrons been holding me down. I mean, for months, my OG patrons, they know what's up. They know what they in for. They here every night. I stream live on YouTube every Monday, 6 p.m. EST, tackling different TV and film. So right now we're in our Wandavision era. Here's what's going to happen. I'm trying to catch up with the present episodes. So we're starting to combine. As you guys see, tonight is episode 2 and 3. Next Sunday on patreon.com, we're going to be doing episodes 4 and 5. So if you're watching WandaVision, if you want to dissect, if you want to talk about it, you have to be here and on Patreon to get the full era. If you're not a patron, you're going to miss the midpoint of our season, okay? Because next Monday, I'm back here, 6 p.m. EST, dissecting Judas and the Black Messiah. Now, I have a very special guest joining me that evening. I don't like to show off, but my friends is real cute, real powerful, okay? I don't like to brag, but my network is it, all right? I'm bringing on a fire friend, a fire guest. I'm not going to announce it yet. I want to get things lined up and knock them down. So make sure you're also following me on my social media so you guys know who that guest will be. I'm JustLatasha on Instagram, JustLatasha404 on Twitter, and they and I will be discussing Judas and the Black Messiah. Baby, we're eating this month, okay? We're goddamn eating this month, and I couldn't be more joyful. Let me see who we got up in the room tonight. Callie with the first comment. Look at you, boo. Look at you. Okay. Iana, my patron's here. Els, my patron, is here. What's up? To Pat's Goldie. Shannon Doe is here. Mara Sharice, a patron, is here. What's up? SC Ray. Thank you for the hearts in the chat, y'all. What's up, Simone? Brittany D. Saray is back. I see y'all. It's a family up in here. I know who's who. My patrons knows who's who. They run the chat. We all run the chat. So I definitely want to see you guys' comments as we move through episodes 2 and 3 tonight. Is we ready? Thank you so much for the hearts in the chat. It's a love room. I build community here. I love on all here, okay? I'm Black. I don't have time to be hating none of my brothers, sisters, and my babies. I have no time and no patience to be bigotrying on y'all. Ain't none of that in this room. That's why we throw hearts in the chat. Very simple. So tonight we'll be discussing episode 2, Don't Touch That Dial, and episode 3, Now in Color. Hello, Social Purgatory and Dak Kez. What's up, GB? I'm so happy to have you guys here. Let's start with the opening shot. Now, this is not quite an opening shot. It's a few shots down. But when we start with episode 2, this is one of the first things that we see. So Wanda and Vision in separate beds. They hear a bang. Go check it out. Go see what it is. Vision goes to the window. Now, people have been on these dissections since I was doing Lovecraft Country last year. They know exactly what this means. It's giving prison, it's giving jail. He is trapped. He's behind all those bars, all those stripes. He is in a cage. Look at his PJs. Stripe, 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 stripe. Okay. Now, Vision, that's your man, that's your husband, that's the love of your life. Why the hell is he trapped? It's not looking cute. And when she asked him, where's the danger? He says, I don't see anything. I just see this rose bush. And she asked something really interesting here. Are you using your night vision? Vision can't see. Vision cannot see the danger, okay? He is literally in the dark about her plans and her intentions. But Wanda, she get the little freak, a little midnight pang down in the loins, down in the groin. She put that bed right together, didn't she? We making babies. And now, first of all, let's be real. We're all banging on a little robot here or there. Am I right, ladies? Am I right? All right, we're gonna move on. So look at these visual parallels. Vision and Wanda preparing for the neighborhood magic show, talent show. They're gonna be the magicians there, putting on illusions. But I was like, why is the closet designed like that? It's so strange. Why would it be designed like that? And what is it supposed to look like? It looks like a big pow behind somebody's head. And did we not see that in the first episode? If y'all missed my pilot WandaVision dissection, it's on YouTube. Make sure you watch that as well. But didn't Wanda inflict this injury on Vision as soon as we met them? So now look at the design on the closet. Another interesting quote pops up. Vision says, Wanda, you ever wonder if the audience might see through this little charade? Wink, wink, wink. Who not falling for Wanda's vision no more? And she responds, well, that's the whole point. You want them to see through it? Let's figure out what was in that rose bush. The thing that Vision didn't see and couldn't see, this thing that was in this rose bush, this red helicopter. So let's start off with some fun facts. We got theories, we got facts. I did my research because I want to know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about this, okay? I want to come to you with information, but if I miss anything, please go ahead and fill me in the chat anyway, because I see y'all going off. Christine, where you been, boo? Welcome back. Okay, we have the symbol on the front nose of the helicopter. It is a sword symbol. Sword. Y'all pronounce the W or not? It is a sword symbol, standing for Sentient World Observation and Response Department, AKA it's a government intelligence agency. So remember I said that from the pilot dissection, that lobster on the door, I was like, it feels like she's marked. It feels like somebody's like, this is the house and we're going to infiltrate and see what the hell going on in here. So yes, from that red lobster, oh my God, I love red lobster. From that red lobster to this red helicopter, they coming in. They are coming in. On the tail of this helicopter, if you guys sit with this episode, you will see the numbers 3003. That's a mirror number that's supposed to be representative of illusions, of alternate universes, dimensions, reality. When you see those mirror numbers, it always means a different existence. And we meet the queen herself, our neighbor to the right, Miss Agnes, who says, are you ready to meet the queen of the cul-de-sac? Her roses bloom under penalty of death. Somebody got to die for these roses to happen. And then you put Wanda's wound and this red danger symbol up in Wanda's rose bush. Her roses bloom under the penalty of death. Low-key, she might be out of the woods because Vision already died, like the worst already happened, but we don't know. There could be death affront still. So this is the thing that Vision missed. Come on, Christine, with the facts. Sentient weapon observation response to Vision. Oh, my synonym was wrong. Let me yell at this article that I done read the thing. Sentient weapon observation response division. Why the hell they said it was this then? Thank you, Christine. A. Barty says, I try to give her a break because I think it goes deeper than her control, but ma'am, you know what you're doing. Wow, look at that. Mara says, Agnes and Dottie are suspect, so was my man in the afro. When he said, see you on the flip side, I said, now who the hell? Who the hell is riding my nigger like this? Rabbits, as we've seen in Us, the movie by Jordan Peele. Often in film, they can represent fertility. You know, they banging like rabbits or whatever that phrase is. They humping like rabbits because rabbits, they go and they go a lot and they make a lot of babies. Okay. So we're seeing a symbol of fertility, AKA Wanda jumping in that bed with Vision, and duality, duo identity, cloning, mirror image. All of that is exactly what rabbits represent again. And Jordan Peele in Us, the movie did that as well. Look at all of these cages. Look at the world Wanda built, all of these imprisoning cages. And even though Wanda wants to be the one to impress Dottie, the queen of the town, we can look at the visuals and see who really in control. The fact that Wanda's even playing nervous, kind of audacious. Like, man, we know you can kill somebody when you want to. Off with their head. Malik is estimating that our neighbor to the right is a part of Sword as well. Yam Kela from South Africa, what's up? Khaled says, not Agnes being a low-key tethered. Yes, Tiffany, the white rabbit was also in the Matrix. Whew. We love it. We love it. Wanda's playing games in her own game. It's given Inception. Wanda, you're doing a lot. Ma'am, why is we afraid of Dottie when you the king of this thing? But we meet a new character. Come on, Tiana Parrish, just as beautiful as she want to be. I bet she never had braces. Look at her perfect little cute face. Oh, so good. We meet Geraldine, new person in town. Don't know where she came from, didn't ask, but she's here because we meet a ton of new people, right? But her line, her quote says this: I don't actually know what I'm doing here. I'm Geraldine. She don't know where she came from. She don't know what she's doing here. She barely knew her name. That was a red light. That should have been a red light to Wanda, but Wanda's running this thing. That should have been a red light to Wanda. This line alone is a double meaning. Even though she appears to be alongside Wanda, I need to impress Miss Dottie too. I'm getting to know this town too. But how does she wake up here from the outside world? All right. Poor Vision. He tried. Vision tried. He is in this cage. Look at the cage she built for her own man. Just like the women, all these boys are in that cage. Wanda has the entire town in prison. Now, this is really cool because in episode 1, we kind of stayed in her house and we stayed in like his office. But now that we see more of the town and like more of the world expanding, you can see where her power is. It expands that, right? And Vision is looking for the neighborhood watch, AKA his neighborhood is being watched. And these boys ain't even doing nothing. No crime, just gossip. They just chilling. Right before our neighbor Ralph hands Vision a big red. We got to look out for that red. He hands the wound right to him. I wonder if here Ralph is asking for help. Because you can't quite speak, like you can't quite say. I wonder if this little like, I'm gonna fuck you up real quick / big red gum / like, I wonder if this is him in his character asking for help or kind of trying to cause a disturbance. What do y'all think? Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see what's going on. Sarai pointed out something from the previous scene. Peep the pin on the coat of Geraldine, looking like Doctor Strange multiverse portal. Doctor Strange is where they lose me. That shit is so fucking confusing. I don't know what they talking about when it comes to Doctor Strange. He in Asia. It's a white lady with some white hair. It's a nice little chunky friend with him. But all the sorcery and all the King's Men couldn't put my mind together again. I had to opt out. I had to sit that one out. I'm sorry. Christine thinks the gum is just a storyline. It's part of the sitcom. I was just wondering because something strange happened in the next one, but we'll see. I'll see what y'all talking about. Yam Kella says Vision is confused, literally looking for answers in everything. So I have some bad news for Vision, not for me. I'm straight. For Vision, I have some bad news. Your wife is your wound. And we spoke about this in the pilot episode where even though this is in black and white, there are intentional things that are still very much red. Like, did we know here that Wanda was wearing red here? Because I felt like I knew that. Like, I felt like her outfit was red the whole time. Plus, she's Scarlet. That's her uniform anyway. But I felt like she was wearing red. And we know from the MCU universes that Vision is red. So the wound versus the danger, the pain versus the attack. She's the one who broke the dishes over his head. So the fact that we got this shot while she's trying to meet Dottie, all these dishes, when she's mad at somebody, well, who did it hurt originally? It hurt her own husband. Sarai says red was a theme in this episode. From the red helicopter to the big red to the first color being exposed is red. And you are absolutely right. Let's meet another red color down to the radio, right? Dottie is not fooled and she's seeing right through this illusion. This little magic trick you're doing in his town in Jersey, okay, Wanda? Dottie said absolutely not on my watch. I don't believe you. Right as the radio starts to call Wanda, are you okay? Wanda, can you hear me? Are you okay? Who's doing this to you? Wanda, Wanda, Wanda. Notice that the radio is the only thing in this scene with a reflection. The radio and the cage. Alternate realities, alternate dimensions, alternate realities. Who else is on the other side of that radio breaking Wanda's bubble? Okay. Shocking Dottie back to life. She squeezes the glass, cuts her hand open, and that big red wound, the only other colored item in this episode. We saw with the helicopter, now we see Dottie's blood. And I thought it was really cute because the episode title was called Don't Touch That Dial, and we ain't touching that radio, are we? We ain't touching that damn radio. Literally running from the outside world. So let's get into this commercial. This is where I did some research. And this is really cool. I don't know if y'all knew this already, but check this out, okay? The Strucker commercial. This is the information that I got from Vulture. So these are actually the same two characters that were in episode 1's commercial. Same two people. This brand is Strucker, the last name of the lead Hydra agent, Baron von Strucker. And Strucker is the one who kept Wanda as a living weapon in the Avengers Age of Ultron. So this is an Easter egg to that. If you look at the face of the watch, it says Swiss made. This perhaps is a reference to the Swiss Hydra scientists from the first 2 Captain America movies. And then they're throwing in all these other little details. Hydra, 1,000 meters, the Hydra logo. They got all these little pieces in there. So now taking a step from that, look at the themes that we've been talking about. We've been talking about cages. We've been talking about imprisonment. We've been talking about reflections and mirrors. And look what's exactly in, it's the first shot of the commercial. We see a reflection of these actors first. We see the woman coming from behind a cage. So I'm actually wondering if even the commercial people are trapped because they're very specifically being reshown, recast. Why are they looking in a mirror? Who are they? Callis says these poor people kidnapped to be 30-second commercials and nothing more. Ooh, Christine doing the tick, tick, tick countdown. Shannon Doa says all the commercials are part of her subconscious and things that's happened to her. Hold on, guys, because it's going to get much cooler when we get into episode 3. I think Dee Dee knows, and Dee Dee says especially in the most recent episode, but I'll wait. Thank you for not spoiling, Dee Dee. Dee Dee know the room. Thank you. Because the commercials are going to get really cool in a second, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. All right. Let's get down to the talent show, down to the magician performance. And we can see how this imposed world that Wanda made is negatively affecting Vision. He's not moving well here, right? And all of this is actually moving him further from being purely controlled by Wanda. He's out of sorts, and she can't quite get a grip on him the way we started. And Wanda is putting on this entire facade for the children. Baby, ain't no children here. Ain't no children in this town. Not one. It's the way I preferred, but that's neither here nor there. Don't mind that. I love a town with no kids. I love it. I'm giving rich auntie teas for forever. And their performance goes poorly. Wanda barely has any control. And if we look into the audience, they're all sitting at these checkered tables. We know exactly what these picnic checkered table prints look like. We know exactly what color that is that they're all sitting at. Sitting at these checkered red tables. And we spoke about this pattern a lot. When you see checkered floors, checkered prints, plaited, we're looking at a break of identity, right? All of these townspeople are playing somebody else. Perfect visuals paired with the story. So I want to hear some theories here from y'all. I have a question for y'all. So when we opened the show and they were rehearsing for this moment, Wanda missed her cue to come out and perform with Vision. And now that we're actually in the performance, Vision misses his cue to come out and perform with Wanda. What do we think those mistakes are saying? What are we reading with that? In rehearsal, Wanda missed her cue. In the performance, Vision misses his cue. Ain't no reaching, Didi. We accept all ideas in here. Lucy says, and where is his husband? Agnes keeps talking about. They was hiding him, wasn't they? Wasn't they hiding him? Great eye, good eye. Yam Keller says, the more Vision lives, the harder it becomes for Wanda to control him. Yep. And we're going to get into that as well. Dak Kez says they missing cues because they're not on the same page at all. Mara Cherie says it's breaks in the matrix. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. A Barty also guesses they're not on the same page, and GB says they are not aligned because he's supposed to be dead. And from there, I'm gonna give you my take. Now, my take isn't the end all be all. I encourage y'all to come up with your own theories and critiques and parallels from this. Please use your own mind. I love it. But here's I'm gonna go deep and dark with it. I remember the theme of episode 1 where Wanda is sort of carrying this blame, this guilt. She couldn't save her husband from Thanos. So when he starts the episode, she's late, right? She missed her cue. Causes his death. And now that it's showtime, now that she has to put on for the world, he's late. He can't show up because he's dead. That's just a parallel that I'm drawing from this because we know he's not really here. And Vision goes into this quote, "Tonight, we will lie to you. Tonight, I will make my wife disappear." We know there's duality to the dialogue here. The lines are never quite what they're talking about. There's so much duality to this. So tonight, I will make my wife disappear. And he couldn't perform it. And Wanda uses her magic to try to fool the crowd. And who pops up in the box instead of Wanda? Geraldine. She is the first interruption to come between Wanda and Vision. She's separating them, making the wife disappear. Separating them, okay? There's a theory running around. I'm just going to throw it in. This is what the hardcore fans are suggesting here in this magic scene. And I got this from Den of Geek. Vision, as we saw in the pilot, can phase through matter. He can go through solid materials. He can also fly at an accelerated speed. But these moments where he's just really quick felt more like Quicksilver, Wanda's deceased twin brother. So we know that this entire world is a mental projection of hers, and maybe she's combining that grief together. Quicksilver's powers are showing up in Vision's projection. I thought that was really cool. I would have missed that because there's some things I'm missing. Thank you for the super chat, Damien, who always hold me down in the super chat. Thank you so much. Meek says, I love a clueless queen. Who said that? Who did? So, Wanda's pregnant from bumping them beds together. And she asks, is this really happening? Yes, my love, it is. The lie. The lies. Y'all, what the hell going on with this beekeeper? There's just some fan theories that I'm gonna throw out, but I want to hear what y'all know or assume about this beekeeper. Okay. Wearing the sword symbol, the same symbol we saw on the helicopter. Some fans are guessing it relates to a comic book villain, Swarm, who was made of bees. Maybe it's a part of another government agency, the AIM group. I think that's the government agency. What do we know or what do we guess about this beekeeper? Hey, Barty, was that a Drew Hill line? Because if it was, I'm about to stand you right now. Was that a Drew Hill line, hey, Barty? Lies and deceit, I know. She filled it with your man. People don't even know that song. I can I'm dying. Does he know he's Khaled? Don't bring up Candyman here because you know I would roll over in my grave for Yahya Abdul-Mateen II right here and right now. Don't try me. And it always be you, Khaled, with the Coleman, Domingo, and the Yayas distracting me. Stop. Does I know he's hating whoa tonight? It wasn't Drew Hill, Barty. It's okay. It's all right. I still love you though, dude. Like I still love you. It was just a misstep on your behalf. What do we feel about the beekeeper? Mara also guesses that he is from Sword. Christine says once they break the barrier and comes through Wanda's world, she changes the reality to what she wants it to be. Yes. Okay. Yep. Shenandoah says Sword agent. Yes. Dak Heads, the sword symbol. I know it's the same symbol as Geraldine was wearing at the meeting. Come on, Lucy. Step one, come through my door. Step two, tell him. I don't have the time to talk about how much I love Drew Hill. I don't have the time. Let's move on. Vision again, we see, as you guys said in the chat, the first color we see is red. Vision's red, Wanda's red. This is her Scarlet Witch uniform color anyway, but she is harming the universe by making this world, and Vision is being negatively affected, even though she's doing everything to give him love instead. And from there, we are moving into episode 3, titled Now in Color. paying attention to some of the opening shots, giving us 60s Brady Bunch style, conversely to the 50s Bewitched style in episode 2, versus the I Love Lucy's style in episode 1. Wanda knows her TV, okay? But we're seeing pairs, we're seeing twos, we're seeing twin images. That was the big clue right there, what she was gonna have. And we move right in to the wound of the world. I'm weary of the wounds of the world. Get away from the world. The wound of the world. They sitting here with this big red car while our neighbor to the right, Ralph, he cutting a damn brick. What is you doing, Ralph? Okay. The world is starting to have mistakes. The world is starting to have wounds. And Vision didn't see it in episode 2. But now that we're moving on, it's a little color vision, Technicolor. He's starting to take notice of these really big changes. For instance, Wanda pregnancy is moving too damn fast. The baby's going to be in 12 hours. Khaled, that was what I was trying to think of too. And when I was seeing this, I was like, what is the phrase? And Khaled says, Herb is in there breaking the fourth wall. Yes, it's breaking the fourth wall. So knowing all the visuals, knowing what we know, what do we dissect from this visual? I want to see the audience dissect this shot and this scene. Tell me everything that you guys see in this scene. Oh, I'm gonna order some champagne tonight. My God. Come on. Why do I keep calling him Ralph? His name is Herb. Which one was Ralph? Because I thought the black guy was Ralph. Now who's the daddy? This is Herb, not Ralph, as I thought his name was. Dee Dee says, we're still seeing these stripes, still caged. Yes, Christine, who says, because they are using these tricky little TV tropes, right? Which we'll talk about in our next dissection on Patreon exclusive, episode 4 and 5. But Christine says, you know, in TV shows, they always accelerate pregnancies and kids' ages. So this definitely could have been a nod to that. Okay, so that's Herb. Got it, got it, got it. Got it, got it, got it, got it, got it. It's two neighbors talking. I thought Agnes was married to the black guy. Got it. Understood. Datked says, oh, I think it's symbolizing how Wanda's trying to make this family, but she's creating him in the way that they can't grow. To think you love something so much that you trap it, you suffocate it. Grief will do it. Grief will do it. Khaled says purple and white equals duality, equals those twins. Somebody said something good too, and I want to make sure I saw it. Oh, I like this take. Shenandoah says stripes and prison on Vision's side and the darkness on Wanda's. We love it. Tiffany with the first mention, the butterflies, AKA metamorphosis. Yes. Now since you brought it up, theories, here we go. Butterflies often mean in visual film, TVs, it does represent an identity break. And also, again, transformation, metamorphosis, and again, alternate reality, especially monarch butterflies, which we saw this toy come to life and she let them out, but they were monarchs specifically. That does represent alternate reality, different mind states. So why we see butterflies, here's a theory. And I got this from Looper. Layla Miller is a mutant that also goes by the name Butterfly. And Butterfly has the capacity to snap other people out of their blissful states of acceptance, filling their brains with their memories of life outside of the fantasy world created by Wanda. And that was specifically from the House of M comics. I'm sorry, y'all. I think Wanda's gonna get her ass beat. I'm sorry, and it's gonna suck because she needs this. She needs this false reality so bad because her man ain't there, and her powers and who she is couldn't save him. So now that somebody is lurking outside, being brought into this place, and they're gonna burst your bubble and beat your ass, Wanda, girl, you didn't deserve. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you deserve better. You really did deserve better. It's just not your time, sis. Do you know what I mean? Vision says this about the child he thinks he's having, and he wants to name the baby Billy after William Shakespeare. And here's why. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women, the many players. This is the exact thing Wanda's building. And something really cool here, the doctor says, according to the month that you're pregnant, he gives a list of fruits that your baby should be the size of. And so throughout this episode, she's eating various fruits, and that is directly represented to how far along she is in her pregnancy in this single day. So I thought that was really cool. Guys, we're back here to this visual again. We're back to this visual again. They keep doing it. They keep breaking that man's head. This show is so mean to Vision. They keep breaking this man's head. It's kind of rude. It's honestly kind of rude. They have this border in the living room. As this house keeps changing per episode, they have this border in the living room. Looks cool, looks modern, looks vintage. Which looks like the image on the closet from the magic show, which looks like the broken dish over his head in the pilot, which was his original death. And so this really parallel thing is happening here. They're going in like this transverse kind of way as he's discovering that Wanda's trying to keep a secret from the world. It's sort of like he's having this awakening in the way that killed him. Oh, she wanted him to be alive. He's alive, all right. Sort of like this reverse death is happening as he's welcoming the birth of his child. He's awakening to the world and like, what's going on? Let's talk about the color yellow. We're about to get real cool here. Let's talk about the color yellow. As we can see in Vision's head, he is wearing the Mind Stone. It's one of the 6 Infinity Stones. The yellow gem is responsible for bringing the android Vision to life and giving Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver their powers. And before helping to create Vision, it was encased in a scepter that Loki used to control minds. If you guys look at the episode, their home is covered in yellow. All of this is mind control, this false reality. You'll see yellow everywhere. I got this part from the Den of Geek. Here we go, some facts. Now, Ultron's consciousness could escape into the internet during the Avengers Age of Ultron. So there's this developing theory that suggests this. Vision may not have exactly died by Thanos. Y'all, he may not be really dead, as we saw in the Avengers Infinity War. But maybe, like Ultron, found a safe space to hide online instead, just the way Jarvis did after Ultron destroyed him in the lab. So, why are we here? What is all this? By creating a new reality stitched together from old TV sitcoms and potentially using the late Tony Stark's barf tech, Wanda may have found a way to slowly bring Vision back to his body. And he may not need this Mind Stone at all. Anyone still breathing? Is anyone still breathing? She is using Tony Stark's technology to potentially bring him back without even using the Mind Stone. Whose invention did we see in episode 1's commercial? Whose toaster was it? Huh? Whose toaster was it? Who's breathing here? Okay. Mara Charisse, if you don't get up out my face with this mess, she said, he may not be dead, but he ain't got no swimmer, so who's the daddy? Give them baby boys to about 3 weeks, they gonna be the daddy. The fuck, they growing up too damn fast. But let's not skip ahead. Shannon Doa says, there's a theory from Endgame where Shuri said he could come back to life with a synthetic stone. Not a cubic zirconia, not for my man. You're not going to cubic zirconia my man. Okay. Yamkella says parts of Vision are still alive, so Wanda has parts of him, but not all of him. Why they cannot leave this world? Because if she had the full him, she wouldn't need all this world. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. So since we was talking about that commercial, let's get into today's commercial. The commercials are really fucking cool, and I had no idea. Okay, I'm gonna put you on. And I think Christine already knew this because she was alluding to it and being nice enough to not spoil. But now it's time to answer the question behind these commercials. A theory, got this from Den of Geek, if y'all want to do your own reading, because they on top of it. Here's what the MCU fans came up with. Each commercial represents an infinity stone. What? Let's break this down. Episode 1, the Stark toaster represents Power Stone. You would need it to turn it on. Episode 2, which we just talked about, the Strucker watch represents the Time Stone. So where are we here? Episode 3. Hydra's soak likeness is supposed to represent the Space Stone, as we've seen the Tesseract. The world was fighting over this damn fucking stone. The Hydra soak is the Space Stone, the Tesseract. Bitch. Oh, bitch. Okay, I see y'all going off in the chat. Y'all, you see it. You see it now, okay? Huh? Are we doing it? So I'm jumping into the chat because I want to see y'all theories. Let's put our thinking caps on, okay? I'm jumping into the chat. I want to ask y'all, we know what red is. We now know what yellow is. What do we estimate blue is? What do we think blue is? I have a theory that I'm going to show you. But let's think about everything that's going on. Let's think about what we've seen, who's what, who came from where. What do we think the color blue is? Not the grandma, but the baby. Damien, if you don't get up on my face, acting up. Ooh, Meek says this may be gender roles. Okay, the toaster is giving housewife. The watch is giving husband. The breadwinner, the workhorse. And this would be giving housewife because you would have to give the babies a bath, huh? I'm not mad at it, Meek. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that. I like that. Dak says, Marvel don't have no reason to be going off like this. What do we think the color blue means? Because we've been seeing the 3 colors in this episode so far: red, yellow, and blue. Get your edges back, Mara. L, you're close. I'm not kidding. You're close. L guesses blue is the truth coming to light. Stay on that. What do we think blue is? Red is the danger. Yellow is the mind control, the false reality. What is blue? Everybody get your hair back on. No Gorilla Glue. Get your hair back on. Saray says blue represents the rationality, the revelation, the good. Hey, Barty, ding, 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 ding. Reality hoes, blat out. Reality hoes. Come on, A. Barty, you win tonight's dissection. Come on, A. Let's talk about Miss Geraldine. Blue, aka Sword, who's looking for their ass, aka the real world. And that's on Wanda. Okay? Who was in original possession? And I'm skipping ahead episodes a little bit because we didn't know this here. But now that we do know, let's skip ahead just real quick. Who was in possession of Vision's body? Sword. That agency had his body first. Look what color he's starting to wear. Where did Geraldine come from with this necklace on? She came from outside. So when she pops up, ruins the day, looking for a damn bucket, look what color they put her against. Because she's from outside, under mind control, she's wearing blue paired against yellow. And see, this is what gets on my goddamn nerves. When I be tweeting my color theories and I be putting this shit on Twitter, people be like, it's not that deep. It's a color. Okay. And tagging a random ass friend talking about, what do you think of this? What's that? Negro, I does this. Directors do this. Visuals are intentional to movies. I swear to God, if I ever get a director on one of my films and they just like, okay, the actor's gonna stand there and the other person's gonna stand there and y'all just run the lines and let me see how I feel it, I will slap you in the teeth. Don't disrespect me like that. That is directing, pairing the visuals against the story to expand story. It is intentional, all of it. They be driving me so damn crazy on Twitter. They really do. Okay, so you going mad hard for no reason. It's not even that deep. Bet your mama it is. Dee says, come to think of it, Monica's almost always wearing blue. Shannon Doe says, Geraldine walked in with her sword named Blade and turned it into the necklace. Yes. Yes. And yes, Afro. Yes. So look at the first thing Wanda grabs to cover up her pregnancy, to come greet Geraldine. Okay? Because when Geraldine pops up, she's caught. Low key. And by who? Who is she caught by? Who is she entrapped by? And pay attention, I don't have an image here, but Geraldine is wearing these fish pants, this school of fish, because understand one thing tonight and one thing only, she ain't come alone. It's a whole squad. It's a school of fish behind her way to pop this bubble real quick. So let's look. Getting real weird, and it's more cool theories because Marvel went off. Let's get into this stork, this baby stork coming into not mind his business on these babies. I got this again from Den of Geek, and you guys have mentioned it during our first dissection last Monday. Mephisto, who is evolving through animal stages. He's evolving. So the first time Mephisto may have been here was that lobster because it represented the mating stage, right? Lobsters have this weird ass mating phase. I don't fucking know. Episode 2, which we just discussed, what animal did we see? The rabbit. Reproductive, and quickly, reproductive stage. Now we have here the stork. Mephisto manifesting as the birthing stage here in this third episode. And Wanda controls everything in this world, but she cannot control this stork if she tried. She tried to poof it away. I tried to poof it away. Couldn't do it. That stork said, smoke up my face and stop playing with me. Okay? Walked up in the house like he owned it. Dude, Wanda, you don't deserve this. Okay. Thank y'all so much. Look, this is real cool because I don't have no idea who Mephisto is, but y'all said he in here, so I look for it. He show is whoever this is, and I want to see what he gonna metamorph as. Here we go. The babies are here. The twins are here. Let's look at these colors. Who's in blue versus who's in red? Vision is the property of Geraldine. Whether or not she knows who she is or where she came from or what's going on, or she's playing a role. But Vision's body is the property of Geraldine. So if he belonged to her, the doctor is the property of Wanda. He can't go on his vacation because he can't leave. He says this duality dialogue. I don't think I'll make my vacation after all. Small towns are so hard to escape. His blue car was broken. His way to the outside world will not work. You're trapped here, baby. Wanda built this cage. You're trapped here. She even built her babies in this cage. Look at the stripes and the bars on the cribs. Look at they striped pajamas. Trapping like they daddy. Jailed like they daddy. Ain't going nowhere. Okay. May not have no daddy. Leave it up to Mara's ass. Christine said, he the devil. Christine, you think every white man the devil? It don't take much. I show Christine one white man, she'd be like, devil. You ain't wrong. Me either, Saray. I did not peep the animal importance. I didn't even realize there was an animal in every episode. I mean, the detail is astounding here. It was astounding here. Christine says, I peeped when he said that he is trapped. This doctor is a hostage. His blue car, his access to the outside world is broken. He's not going anywhere. All right. So now we have this really eerie part. These extremely worried neighbors. I don't know why I thought they was married. Come on, Tosh, they're on opposite sides of the fence. She's visiting him. I was like, oh, she's just going somewhere. Her man is at home. Like, I don't, because then why would she be in the yard? I don't know. I didn't think about it. I missed this. They're not married. They're both neighbors. So we got Herb and Agnes. Here we go. Both dressed in yellow brick wall. And they nearly ask Vision for help. Almost attempting to confess that they're prisoners. This is your wife's fault. We need help. Is you gonna wake up? What happened to the gum in your chest? Like, they're really sitting here. But Agnes at the last minute was like, oh, no, chill out. Chill out. To be fair, Wanda's hits, it looked like we could all take them. The way she did, Geraldine just shot her through the walls and stuff. Geraldine woke up, she was fine. So if we all band together, low key, we could take her down. I'm just gonna throw that out there. But look at all this yellow because this entire thing is under mind control. So now that makes me wonder, and I want to see what y'all think. Again, Herb giving him the gum in episode 2 to now Herb breaking this wall. Was this intentional? Was this him trying to find little ways to ask Vision for help? Was that wall break intentional? He looked like he was malfunctioning, but I'm actually wondering if he was doing that on purpose. Callie, that is not what happened. Cal said Agnes is always at their place talking about Geraldine homeless. Girl, where is your home? Is that what she said? Because wait, no, in this scene, Agnes was worried about Geraldine. She was like, is she still in your house? Is she in there? I thought it was like, is my sis okay? But is she calling her homegirl homeless? Because I used to stand Agnes and now, hold up. Okay, Dee Dee says that Herb was glitching. Okay. Whew. A. Barty says, I think it's intentional because I forgot he gave him that gum. I'm wondering if this was like, look at me, isn't this stupid? Look, Vision, come on, this is stupid, right? Like, Vision in episode 1 was going around saying he don't eat. He was trying to hide it, but he was going around saying, I don't eat. So the fact that Herb tries to feed him in episode 2, I don't know. Saray says, even with the neighborhood watch scene, before Vision interrupts, the characters seem like they're questioning the outside. Come on. Yankella says they're literally crying for help. I feel like something is watching them and they don't want to be caught. Honestly, they want to break out of character so bad. Okay, Didi. Agnes literally said she has no home and talking about Geraldine because she turned up at the party. That would have been me if I broke in. I'm going to the function first and then I'm going to do my job because I heard you have lobster tails over here. Come on, Zadi, what's good? I would have been in the backyard very quickly. That's just me, though. Me and my afro and my school of fish pants. So Meek says Agnes is on it with Wanda. She's an agent to make this seem real to Vision. But why to Vision? Okay, you guys are all guessing that they're in on it. Dee Dee says in Civil War, there was a scene of Vision cooking for Wanda, but pointing out that he doesn't know if it tastes good because he can't consume food. And they shoved that gum right at him. I'm just wondering, but we'll see. We have our huge reveal. Geraldine lets Wanda know, I know about the death of your twin brother, Pietro, while she's wearing this big, bold sword necklace. Wanda kicks her ass out the bubble. You gotta go. And I want to just line up the visuals here one last time before we head on out. And I thank y'all so much for being here as you do every Monday night, 6 p.m. EST. And on patreon.com/JustLatasha twice a month on Sundays. Go to patreon.com/JustLatasha to access that content calendar so you guys know what's coming up on which date and where. Last set of visuals for the night. Wanda casts out Geraldine. So I just want to line up the visuals. We have the blue, of course, representing the outside world. We see that blue sign saying Westview. That's what I'm trying to say. Westview matches Geraldine's outfit. And this white spotlight. Looking the way the white stork. The white stork, that sounds weird all of a sudden. The white stork was haunting Geraldine in Wanda's house, almost trying to get her attention, almost trying to say, I can see you. I'm looking for you. Pay attention. We here. Your squad is here. That stork looks exactly like that white spotlight, aiming for, peering at, finding Geraldine. I wish I had a squad like that. Look, I wish I had a squad like that. Show me. Tell me. Show me. I am doing the dissection for WandaVision episodes 4 and 5 so we can catch up and start dissecting it here weekly. Back to starting with episode 6. But episodes 4 and 5 dissection will only be on Patreon. Will only be on patreon.com/JustLatasha. Sign up, access the show. Sunday, Valentine's Day, 2/14. I ain't got no partner. What else I'm gonna do? My work. Shenandoah, that's incredible. Thank you so much for that super chat, for that gift. Thank you so much. That's where the episode 4 and 5 dissection is going to be, not here. Because next Monday, February 15th, I'll be joined by a very special guest, which I'm only announcing on my social media. Judas and the Black Messiah. Find out who it's going to be. Instagram.com/JustLatasha, Twitter.com/JustLatasha404. And I'll be back on Thursdays as I do every Thursday with Piece of Script, little bite-sized dissection, maybe a TV show, maybe a movie. I'll see what mood I'm in. I don't know. It's going to be snowing. I'm in NYC. It's going to be snowing all damn week again. I can't. I love you guys. and I'm seeing so many new patrons who I'm excited to get to know. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Let's leave by subscribing. Let's leave with the hearts up in the chat. Let's leave with hitting a thumbs up on this video. Let YouTube know you love this content. Blow it up, share the content. It helps me so much as a creator when you guys share the content. Thank you so much to Damien and Shenandoah for the super chat donations. I love you. What else is there to say? Have a great evening. Happy Monday. I will see y'all next time. Thank you so much.